What's that sound? It's For Amusement Only, the EM and Bingo Pinball Podcast.
Welcome back to For Amusement Only. This is Nick Baldridge. Trade stimulators. These were small gambling amusements which were commonplace in stores and bars, and most especially in places where gambling was prohibited. The trade stimulator was essentially a mini slot machine or game of chance, like a horse racing game or a dice game, and it would vend you a gumball or other similar small trinket regardless of if you won. In some instances, a particular colored gumball or other vended item could be turned into the shopkeeper for, say, a free shot of whiskey or beer or other such enticement. This is why they're called trade stimulators. The idea is you put money in and you keep spending money at the establishment. Because it gave you a material thing for your money, this allowed it to skirt all the gambling laws. However, you could also, and this is purely coincidental, operate these things as gambling devices. So if, for example, the mechanism inside was that of a slot machine, you could pay out. If it was a horse racing game or a dice game, you could pay out. And the game would provide instructions telling you which combinations of things that appeared would be winners. Some of the most interesting ones would shake dice and allow them to rattle around. You would pick what you thought was going to happen, and if it happened, then you would show the operator. In my interview with Terry Deswarden, we were talking about pedestal-style tilt mechanisms. Many trade stimulators had this type of tilt mechanism. And beyond that, many of these games have very beautiful cabinets and surrounding artwork. The game themselves, be it a area where dice appear or what have you, is usually very plain, but the surrounding cabinetry and metalwork is usually very ornate, similar to slot machines of the time, which I'll be diving into in a later episode as well. These stimulators were made beginning in the late 1800s and continued to be made through the mid-1900s at least. I'm not certain of when the last one was made. However, I have recently seen one that was made in the 1940s. These devices, love testers, and upright pinball-style games, which awarded many replays for a single coin, were fixtures in the bars and saloons and other areas of the United States. Due to their questionable legality, I'm assuming that is why they went away. It seems like they would earn a bar owner a fairly significant return on their investment. Since these devices were typically very small, they probably didn't cost anywhere near as much as a real slot machine, and they would stimulate trade. So theoretically, you'd have people buying more beer or putting more money into the machine to try to win a free beer. But that's all speculation. I don't really know why they don't exist anymore, other than they're very poorly masked gambling devices. So, thank you again for joining me. My name again is Nick Baldridge. You can reach me at foramusementonlypodcast@gmail.com. And you can listen to us on iTunes, Stitcher, Pocket Casts via RSS, on Facebook at For Amusement Only Podcast, on Twitter at Bingo Podcast. You can find me on Instagram at nbaldridge, and you can listen to us on our website, which is foramusementonly.libsyn.com. Pay special attention to the website. Episode 100 is coming up soon. Thanks again for listening, and I'll talk to you next time.